If you take anyone back, well, let's take someone back in the 1400s and say, what would the ultimate life be to you? They wouldn't include cell phones. They wouldn't include that we can fly. They wouldn't include, all kinds of magical things. They wouldn't include the Beach Boys, right? Why would the be the grass save? I don't know how. That's how they talked in the 50s. I have no idea what they were like in the 1400s. But I know what I want. I want a new horseshoe. You're like, okay, if you could have anything you want, I want a new horseshoe and maybe a couple of acorns. That's the highest that person wants. Like, imagine, I want all 7 people on this planet to have a new horseshoe. Paula says, hi, Kyle. Ever since expansion first, I have changed. My energy is different. Things are forcing out of me consistently. I'm not yet bringing enough money into my experience, though. You're bringing exactly the right amount of money into your experience. I just want you to know that. Try that for a second. I'm not saying it's meeting your bills. I'm not saying that you're getting things paid. I just want you to know that at least for your spiritual shift or for what you need right now, even if you're bringing in a negative amount and they're throwing you into a ditch, you're bringing in the right amount, because our idea of right is what we egoically want. Paul is crying. Right? So just hear that sentence. I'm yet bringing enough money into my experience, though. I'm creating more expenses and even more health problems. Okay. So can you find a now that's so big enough that says, not in a way that says we want to keep doing it, but so we're not arguing with it. Even the health problems are here for a reason, right? We bring presence and love to them. You are being put in a position to learn love, Paula. Unconditional love. Can you love the health issue? Not like, I love you, now go away. Can you let it sit in harmony with you? Can you let whatever the issue is just sit in your body for a second, right? Can you become now? Not just be in this kind of survival argument all the time that starts with a denial of what is, right? Yes, she always expects it to change. So it can't change if you expect it to change. Anything in your life, okay? I know that we've learned through the motivational world how you can change your circumstance, right? By wanting it to change and saying, I will not tolerate this. You are now in a frequency where a lot of that doesn't work, because in a way that was the highest we knew a long time ago. But I want to offer you, your egoic expectance of something to change often makes it not change. You are saying things shouldn't be what they are. So you're in this little small you that is in an argument with the world, and the universe is trying to, through love, let that small you dissolve. Your little survivor, right? That little you is ready to take a breath. It's ready to just be held by the real you in the now, because you have a now that wants you to be one with what is, right? It wants you to be one with what is. It doesn't want you to just be this little, I fight all that is. And I know that we're all in that place right now. I have it with myself all the time. I fight what is, but I see that it's there. And that's just where the universe has got us right now. You have a little you that's fighting what is, right? And it's making all of your experiences so difficult to control. So you start to let go. And then it's going to take your small story and go, hey, that thing you were fighting for wasn't the answer. More money would be nice. And of course, we're only abundant. So I'm massively in a space with you that you have that abundance, and it's not the ultimate answer. And if we're at a frequency where something other than the now is the ultimate answer, it goes, listen, you guys are all in like high level college right now of spirituality. And I need you to become what you speak about now. I need you to understand that the now is truly this thing, this now, this God in the now, or the universe in the now is the first thing. Not money first, then the now. We've done that. right? Not relationship first, then the now. You can have all those things. But it's trying to kill an old life that says more is better. It's trying to remove this protector that wants you in survival as a trade-off for thriving. The little protector really thinks that she or he knows what the ultimate life is. Isn't that funny? Right? Really hear that. The little protector, you not getting abandoned and getting your circumstances the way that you needed to when you were 6, was what you think the ultimate life is. And this little protector has decided what the ultimate life is. Isn't that funny? Everything you think that would be better right now, isn't that funny? Like you're looking from the small lens, even when you think you're not. You have no idea what the best thing for you is. You don't. And the more you can get okay with that, the more you can still move in ways that feel higher. You can move to next levels. You can let go of things that feel heavy. You still participate in this. But you will be shocked when you suddenly are like, imagine you're on a floor. Imagine you're on a floor and you don't know there's an elevator and you get the floor every way how you want it. And you're like, why aren't I sad? And then life just shoots you up and you're like, oh, there's a second floor. Oh, and then you go through 10 years of, oh, this is the answer. Now you're on the second floor thinking that's it. And you go, okay, that's I can't get that thing. I can't get that job. I can't get that person to like me. And it just launches you to a third floor. That's just love. God, I wanted a promotion on second floor, but up here it's just freer, but it's really painful. I want the second floor. And then you're like, why do I want the second floor? And then you just let go of your cell phone and now you're on the third floor. And you're like, this is the answer. Fourth floor. It's just one guy going, but he's really hot. And he's just staring at you. And you're like, this is better. And it goes, no, this floor sucks. And you go, oh, well, I don't want this floor. And it goes, well, you got to accept the floor. And then he's got bad breath and he's close. And he's just like, there's so many types of fish. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to start with sardines and work my way around to the R's. And you're like, this is crazy. Okay, go ahead. And he's like, there's sardines, there's sharks. And you're like, maybe he's okay. You know what? I like him. Maybe I'm falling in love with him. That's just fifth floor. I was just fine with him. This is life. It's not that literal, right? But it's teaching you its way, right? It's teaching you its way. So that guy is the fourth floor, Paula, with the health, right? I got to learn to love this. I can't move you forward till you learn new levels of love, till you learn new levels of okay with your financial situation, that you understand answers are happening in ways you don't see. Maybe it's to pay bills for things that actually aren't tens, or maybe there's someone in your life that wants to donate money to you, or maybe the whole financial system collapses in like 30 days and this isn't a thing. Like we don't know what the hell's going on, right? So instead of using force and fake and effort, we go, okay, if I ask you right now, so Paula just said something interesting. Paula says, I got my bills paid, but it still feels like it's not enough money. Now, isn't that weird? Even with the bills paid, there's still lack. So that's not the factor. Now, we could take that to everything, right? When people say, I feel like I'm not enough, I always ask them, when are you enough? What's the line that you're enough, right? Same thing here. When is it enough? And what if, even if you're in debt, Paula, we start with, we have enough. And what if enough isn't only vibrationally measured in money, right? To get you out of this more is better thing? And can we undo the belief that there's lack? Can you stop measuring only in money and only in health right now? Those are two third densities thing, right? 2/3 density things, right? Because I'm not saying health isn't a higher density, but I am saying that maybe there's a frequency where you're living half out of the body too, because the body is actually contained in a frequency. When you're living in the body, that's an amazing frequency that's better than being capped at the emotions, but there's also the entire now, right? And maybe it's trying to get you to the now, and then it'll just totally heal you there. Or maybe it wants you to feel like you'll never be healed, so you just accept. Or maybe it wants you to stop being in the future. You, by the way, Paula, you notice this? You need the future to feel this lack. Do you notice this? Everyone in your life. You need the future in order to feel this lack. You cannot feel this lack in the now, right? Well, think about it. Okay, you have the bills paid. So in the now, you have enough. But if you look to the next bills, you can create lack, right? And then you don't notice the time between now and the next bills, and that you won't just sit here for 28 days till the next bill is going, ha, you're not going to do that. You're going to create. And if you do, that'll probably be productive if it's your highest calling, right? So you're not going to go, nah, ta, 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 ta. You're not going to do that. You're going to do things. So understand that if you're in a place where you're saying, you know, you literally need the future to find lack. That's a big one, right? And the future, ironically, exists within the now. How weird is that? It's not now, like, don't even go to the future. It's like now is containing the future. The future is just a teeny chapter. You're looking at like chapter 6 of an entire book and finding lack, versus hold the whole book and find the abundance in the whole thing. You're the whole library. You're the city the library's in, right? And staring at some idea of a selected future. By the way, it's not even future. It's a selected future where you see lack. Like we could go up. Everyone look at your future right now and notice if you feel lack. And let's training wheels up this, okay? I feel powerless creating abundance. I feel powerless creating abundance. I might not understand that sentence, but I love, okay, so first look in your future of whatever it is if you see just darkness, okay? That's the first level. Second level is, I want you now just for a second to see, Paula, I'm going to give you this exercise and everyone else, see it. This is still an egoic thing, but it's us going up the ladder. See your future as massively abundant. Undo the how, because that's where you find the disbelief, your how, right? But just see yourself as all bills are paid for the rest of the year and your health is through the roof, right? So see that first. And if you're worried about some external future, like a government takeover or whatever, see whatever outcome would be a dream as a fact. This isn't the highest, but we're just going to do this for a second. So Paula, feel massively abundant because the bills are paid. See whatever number you want in the bank account, make it 10 million. Everyone do that for a second. See yourself at ultimate health, right? Absolutely, Yvonne. Go get a pony. That's awesome. And then get see your ultimate health, see the highest, see what you want. Totally see everything you want for a second. See your life. And by the way, some of you will notice you still don't feel complete, by the way. But still, let's go up, because that's still better than just a given that you're screwed in 28 days, right? So go up that it's massively abundant and you're just totally rich as hell, and the whole world is healed and there's no starvation, there's no hunger. We are listening to each other. We are loving each other. It's awesome that we're not ruining the earth, and at the same time, we're not controlling people. We found something. Mike said something interesting. It feels a little uncomfortable. Right. Why would that be? It does. Right? It's almost like we're egoically connected to some horrible future, right? So feel that for a second so we can make it the way that we want it. It's so awesome that it's the way I want it. Do you also notice it's the way I want it? Even if it's amazing, it's the way I want it. Feels good. It's the way I want it. It's the way I want it. It's not the way everyone else necessarily wants it, because everyone else wants something different, right? But it's the way you want it. Paula says it doesn't feel that good at all, right? It's the way you want it. You walk into Vegas, you want to hit every jackpot. You want everyone else to hit jackpot. You have the dinner you want, everything you want it. Okay, just do that for a second, right? Now, notice that it's also like watching a movie you've seen 25,000 times, right? You got to write the movie and then see the movie. You don't really know if it's the movie life wanted for you. You're not sure if the movie has twists and turns. It feels good. It's better. Like, take it. If this feels good for you, totally take it. Awesome. Now feel also, though, that you miss out on hitting a wall and then growing because you got everything you wanted, right? You miss out on, you just run around like everything's the way you want. So we don't really get patterns out of your body now because everything's going the way you want. Do you feel that? Like, don't you feel wait, we've experienced, though, the real joy isn't in our experiences. So I want you to just remember this. We've experienced that the highest joy isn't only in our experiences. It's in surprises that are beyond the experiences that we understand. Right? There's an adventure. You want to see a movie you haven't seen. One time I went on a date with a woman and she had never heard the song Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. And I had to pull the car over because, one, I had to decide if we were going to continue this date right there. But two, I can't believe this person had not got to hear that song. And I was like, you're about to hear something that's so beyond what you would understand, like you've ever heard. Like, there's no song like this. And I was like, can I show it to you? Like, this is a song that's going to have twists and turns and you can't anticipate it. But if I asked that woman before to describe the greatest song, she might have only known, I want the song to be this and this and this. And I'm like, what you're going to hear on Good Vibrations is probably bigger than your ego could ever come up with if you've never heard it. Same thing here. The things that life has for you is bigger than what you want. If you take anyone back, well, let's take someone back in the 1400s and say, what would the ultimate life be to you? They wouldn't include cell phones. They wouldn't include that we can fly. They wouldn't include, all kinds of magical things. They wouldn't include the Beach Boys, right? Why would the be the grass save? I don't know how. That's how they talked in the 50s. I have no idea what they were like in the 1400s. But I know what I want. I want a new horseshoe. You're like, okay, if you could have anything you want, I want a new horseshoe. And maybe a couple of acorns. That's the highest that person wants. Like, imagine, I want all 7 people on this planet to have a new horseshoe. And they're going to enjoy it. That's what they'd want, a new horseshoe. And maybe I'd discover the ocean blue, because that's something I've heard happened in 1400. Okay, you can discover the ocean blue. They thought the earth was flat. And now a few people do too. Now also. So if that's what you want, that's the most you can see. But the earth was evolving past that, right? I went way off of Paula's question, but I like where it went. Who am I about myself after paying off my debts? I'm powerless. Who am I? Okay, hold on. Today I cried through the day, feeling incapable of looking after myself, of paying off debts, powerless. Who am I without money? Who are you without money? I know it's not about money, but I felt so sad. So then let that sadness be there. Be present for this isn't me saying let's all not have money, but what if you become present for the person that's sad if she doesn't have money? I'd rather us move into the presence, because this isn't, I got to become a person without money so I can feel everything. Do you get that? I'm going to be the presence for the energy of the person that would be sad without money. And then, first of all, I don't like saying this, but your ability to receive would go up, right? Susan says, why is money so, only because you think it is. Did you hear that? Money is what you think it is. It's not money, it's an energy in your body. Why is money so, because you see it that way. And then someone could be like, why is money so great? Because you see it that way. And someone else could be like, why is money irrelevant but totally allowed? Because you are the answer. Right? So, Paul, I hope that helps. We're going to go past having a new horseshoe. You're here to become present for the woman or the girl who is nothing without money or is lost. We're going to be present for the health issues. We're going to be present for the exact amount of money that you have right now and not be in resistance to it. Because what I heard on all of those topics was a resistance to what you have. That's the thing they all have in common, a resistance to what's there.